Elijah and his friends Cooter are 11-year-old boys who live in a small town named Buxton in Canada, a runaway slave town in the 1800s. Elijah lives with his mother and father, but he isn't in the house all that much. He can be a very big pain. He often is chunking stones to catch fish for the town. I connected to this book because I'm an 11-year-old boy who can cause some trouble at times. Anyways, one night the preacher is very mysterious. At times he disappears into the forest. He is also pretty mean to Elijah. And then Elijah is a child who is semi-smart and brave. Elijah spends most periods of time chunking fish. The preacher went to talk to Elijah. They made arrangements to meet outside Elijah's house at midnight. Elijah went with the preacher to the show. At the show, Elijah discovered that the preacher isn't as nice as he seems. One day, Elijah's friend, Mr. Leroy, collected enough money to buy his family out of slavery. Mr. Leroy is a runaway slave from America and is the lumberjack for Buxton. Mr. Leroy is brave and soft on the inside, but rough on the outside. But it gets stolen, so Mr. Leroy and Elijah go to America to find it. Do they make it out, or do they become slaves? Do they retrieve the money? Read Elijah of Buxton to find out the missing piece of the puzzle.
Okay, so the name of your book is
Elijah of Buxton.
Elijah Buxton. All right, perfect. And it takes place in the late 1800s?
Well, around when slavery is still in. Oh, I forgot to mention, Cooter is Elijah's best friend. He isn't all that smart, which can get him into trouble, but he still is a very good friend.
Okay. And they're how old? Around 11, you said?
Yeah.
All right. Excellent. Other questions for Jeff? Navarro?
Yes, Navarro?
What age group would you recommend this to?
I would find it fine to like 3rd grade and above, but not below, because there is one part where it has some nudity in it, but it doesn't describe it.
Okay.
So what part of the book did you most connect with other than the age of the boys?
I connected to the part when Elijah just goes to school in like one of the couple first chapters, and he hates it so much. But
that's what you connected with?
Wow.
It was like my first day of going to school.
That's gotta be offensive to Mrs. Brumley.
Not really.
It's better now.
Okay.